Wednesday. And if you've been following along this week, we are working on opening and getting into the range of motion in our hips. So if you were in class on Monday, you know that there's lots of repetition in this practice, and not in a boring way, but in a very methodical way that hopefully you find is more of a moving meditation. And as you move through your practice and as you're starting to open up through your hips and really get into, again, that full range of motion, I want you to think about how you can get into the entire joint of your hips. So say that there's a hip joint or socket, and you want to think about maybe the ball of your front top of the leg connecting. And usually it's only getting like one direction, right? It's only getting one small part of movement because we don't do that much all day long. But now I want you to think about, if this is the socket, you're going to be moving all around in a big circle, and you're going to switch the direction, because that in itself is going to help one part not to get overworked and to actually use everything else to go along with it. So if that doesn't make sense, hopefully during the practice it will. Let's get started in child's pose. Knees are wide, fingertips are forward. Take a full breath in and a big breath out. Get a big breath in, big breath out. Get a big breath in, big breath out. Let's go ahead and roll forward to tabletop. Inhale, cow, drop belly, lift gaze. Exhale, cat, round, tuck, and curl. Inhale, cow, drop belly, lift gaze. Exhale, cat, round, tuck, and curl. Come back to neutral. Left leg back behind you, bent leg. Now open up the leg to the side and then drop knees together. Just hover the left knee, send it behind you. Open out to the side. We'll go 5 times. You want to get as big and wide in that circle as you can. You might even hear a little pop. 3, 2, nice and slow and controlled. And 1, we're just going to switch the direction. So up, out to the side, back behind you, and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the leg lifted. Hold right here. Step to the outside of your left hand, low runner's lunge. You might want to walk your right foot back a little. Lean your chest forward. Roll to the knife edge of your left foot if it feels okay. So you're opening up through the left hip and getting into the right hip flexor. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back to that tabletop pose. Inhale, cow, drop belly, lift gaze. Exhale, cat, round, tuck, and curl. Come back to neutral if your right leg behind you. Go out to the side, down, and back around. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch the direction. So out to the side, back behind you, big circles, getting into the full range of motion of your hip. 3, 2, 1. Back behind you, hold right here. Step to the outside of your right hand, low dragon lunge. Maybe you walk your left foot back a little. Roll to the knife edge of your right foot, lean your chest forward. Deep breaths. Open up through your right hip, lengthen your left hip flexor. Feels good, right? Come back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Hold right here, hovering tabletop, core engaged. Chest comes forward a little bit further, shoulders stacked over your wrists. Downward facing dog, push your hips back. So to pedal out the legs. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale your right leg high, bend the knees, stack the hip. Take 1 hip circle down and around, and then switch the direction down and around. Right leg high, step directly on top of your left toes. Inhale, left leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hip, 1 big circle. Switch the direction. Left leg high, step directly on top of your right toes. Right leg high, bend your knees, stack your hip. Big circle. Switch the direction. Step directly on top of your left toes, left leg high. Bend knee, stack hip, big circle. Switch the direction. Step directly on top of your right toes and then walk all the way forward to deep forward fold. Walk your feet out wide to frog squat. The first frog squat of the day, so maybe you're not getting too super low. Lift your chest. Deepen your breath. For 3, 2, and 1 wide-legged fold. Walk your feet in together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly rise to stand. Arms come above your head. Hands come to heart. Take a moment, find your intention. Inhale, lift your left knee. Take a big circle with your left leg back behind you. Bent leg airplane, hold. Now drop the feet together. Again, left knee comes in, big circle, bent leg airplane, and then back down again. Sweep, lift it, big circle, send it back. You got it now. Last 3. Move at your own pace. 2. And 1, both feet come together. Okay, so you got that in that direction. Now we're gonna try it in the other direction. So left heel toward your butt, open out to the left and then back down. And then all the way around. 5, you can go slow. You can touch the ground with your foot. You can hover it for more challenge. 2, and 1, both feet meet. Rise your arms above your head. Hands by the side. Right knee comes in. Big circle with the right leg, bent leg airplane. Down, feet sweep. Right knee comes in. Out to the side, heel to butt. Down and around, 4. Getting it all into the range of your hip. 3, big circle, high as you can get it. 2, and 1, feet drop together when you're ready. Challenging, right? Now heel toward your butt, back behind you, out to the side, all the way around, and then feet slide together. Same thing, 4, 3, 2, 1, feet together, arms lift above your head. Back bend on your exhale. Inhale, lift. Swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands, hop back to plank. Take some push-ups. Let's get 5. Find your way through up dog. And all the way back to down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Get a full breath in. Full breath out. Bend your knees, look forward, hop to frog. Lift your chest. Hands to inner thighs, or you can take elbows to inner thighs. Wide-legged fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your feet in together. This time sit low into chair. Arms lift. Exhale, airplane arms. Drive low. Left knee comes up and in. 5 big circles out, back, and down. 5. Make sure you're getting all the way around. Don't rush it. Maybe my count to 5 is your 3 reps, and that's okay. When you're ready, go ahead and switch the direction. Maybe you need to go extra slow to get all the way around, and that's, again, totally okay. Or you need to use the wall. It's also an option. When you're done with that, sit it low into chair. Exhale, airplane arms. Right knee comes up and in. Open, back behind you, and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send it back behind you. Out to the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together, chair pose, arms lift. Exhale, airplane arms. Rise to stand, inhale. Back bend, exhale. Inhale, lift. Swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, frog squat, sit low, hands to heart, sit up tall, inhale. Exhale, hands down, hop back to plank. Take your push-ups and flow. All the way back to down dog. Full inhale, full exhale. Bend your knees, look forward, hop to frog, and sit up tall. Big breath in, wide-legged fold on your breath out. Walk your feet in together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, arms lift. Exhale, airplane arms. Left knee comes in. Big circle. Last warm up. So 5 times or to the count of 5, however many you get. 3, 2, all the way up. And 1, feet together. Airplane arms, send your left leg back behind you. Out, and then sweep back down. 4, 3, 2, and 1, feet together. Again, if it helps you to take a wall and a hand and just kind of guide yourself, great, do it. Right knee comes in. Big circle, all the way back behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, feet together. Let's switch to the direction, heel to butt, out and open. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chair pose, arms lift. Exhale, airplane arms. Rise to stand, inhale. Back bend, exhale. Arms lift. Swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Frog squat, sit low, hands to heart. Full inhale, hands down, hop back to plank, chaturanga. Then full breath in, full breath out. Bend your knees, look forward, hop to frog. So we start to build on this. Hands to heart, sit up tall, full breath in, full breath out. Right hand behind you, bridge lift, hips high, heels stay down, chest toward the sky. Opening up through the front line of the hips. Come back into frog, left hand plants to the outside of your left foot steps back, low dragon lunge. So it's just kind of replacing your hand in your foot. Lift your right arm, big arc, lean it back. Right hand comes down, skandasana to your left. Or you can take deep lateral lunge, totally up to you. For 4, 3, 2, on 1, come back into low dragon lunge and then dragon kick, left leg slides forward. So get that one motion. We'll get a little bit more smooth later on. Send the leg into frog squat. So you're gonna have to replace your hand and your foot. It's kind of interesting to get into that, but we'll get it. Okay, right hand down, step back. Actually, come back into frog, left hand behind you, bridge lift. Left hand behind you, bridge lift. For 3, heels down, knees apart. Come back into your frog. Now, right hand replaces right foot steps back, low dragon lunge. Lift your left arm, reach it back behind you. For 3, 2, left hand down, skandasana to your right, or deep lateral lunge, up to you. Push your right elbow into the inside of your right thigh. We're gonna come back forward into dragon lunge, right hand plants, right foot kicks, dragon kick. The wider your right hand is, the more accessible this pose will be for you. We're gonna step in a frog. So right hand replaces right foot replaces right hand, hands to heart, full breath in. On your breath out, we're gonna come up to like a wide-legged chair pose. So you're just gonna lift yourself up. It's almost like a squat position. Reach your arms forward. Add a little pelvic tilt in, so tuck. Arms reach forward, come to your toes. Drive your knees out, sit a little lower. 5, 4, you can feel the strength, right? 3, 2, on 1, rise all the way up, heels drop, arms lift. Again, drop just that low, come to your toes. Reach your arms forward, tuck your tailbone in, sit a little lower, 4. You're on your toes, 3, 2, heels down, rise up, inhale. Back down on your exhale. Knees out, heels lift, core engaged, little tiny tuck. Heels down, rise up, inhale. Back bend, exhale. Arms lift. Swan dive all the way down to a wide-legged fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So back in a frog. Now, your choice, you can either go into flying frog, crow pose, or you can just hop back to plank, okay? There we go. If it's flying frog, just gonna bend your elbows and set the inside of the thighs there. Otherwise, crow. Hop back in your own time, and let's flow push-ups to chaturanga. Down dog. Again, full breath in. Full breath out. One more like that. Full breath in. Full breath out. When you're ready, bend your knees, hop to frog, sit up tall. Right hand behind you, bridge lift. Come back down into frog, left hand replaces left foot, dragon lunge, right arm lifts, reach back. Dandasana to your left. Low dragon lunge, left hand to the outside of your mat, left foot kicks forward, dragon kick. Step into frog. Sit low. Left hand behind you, bridge lift. Back into your frog. Right hand plants, dragon lunge, step it back, left arm lifts, reach back. Dandasana to your right. Left knee bends, dragon lunge to dragon kick. Step into frog. Sit up tall. Wide-legged fold. Keep your feet wide. Sit low in a wide chair. Arms reach forward, come to your toes. Sink your hips low. Rise all the way up. Inhale. Back bend, exhale. Back down in that wide-legged chair. Come to your toes, knees out wide, sit lower. Heels down all the way up to stand, back bend, exhale. Back in. All the way back up. Back bend. Arms lift. Right into frog squat. Sit low. Either flying frog, crow, or just hop back. When you're ready, chaturanga. Oh, good. Downward facing dog. All right, inhale your right leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hip. Take 3 big circles, right leg. Switch the direction. Heel to butt, scorpion dog. As slow as you can, transition into wild thing. Drop the butt and then lift the hips, arch the spine. Lift, lift. Think about opening up through the front line of your hips. Slow and controlled. Come through to 3-legged dog. Bridge, right foot steps in front of left. It's just a bridge lift. Turn the toes so they're facing the back of your mat. Lift your hips. It's just a bridge lift here. For 3, 2, left hand down, right leg high, inhale. Exhale, right tricep just the outside. So outside. Feeling the strength of your right hip flexor, pulling the leg higher. Inhale, right leg high. Over to your left tricep, spin to the inside of your left foot. Left elbow connects to right knee. Core here, extend the leg, lift your left arm. Slide your right foot forward, bend your right knee. Open out as you straighten your left leg. Feel the stretch in your left hip. Straighten your right leg. Lift the right foot, connect the elbow to knee. 3-legged dog, right leg high. Step to the outside of your right hand, low dragon lunge. Reach your right arm up. Take it all the way back behind you. Dandasana to your left. Sink low. Nice. Back to dragon lunge. We have 5 dragon kicks, left leg forward. 5. If it takes you a little longer, that's fine. 4. Maybe you only get 3 in. 2. And 1. Hold the dragon kick. Stay here. Lift the leg a little higher. You can reach your right hand to your left foot for 3, 2, 1. Back to dragon lunge. Hold here. We go Skandasana again to the left. Just for a moment of pause. Reach your arms forward. We're gonna take lateral lunge to the right, bend your right knee, all 10 toes face the long edge of your mat, arms extend. Yeah, so good. Here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's sit low into a low frog squat, heels and toes out. It's wider than normal. Hands to the inside of the thighs if you can, come to your toes. Woo, here for 4, 3, 2, heels down, rise up to star. Left knee bends, warrior 2. Bend your right knee a little more, extend your arms. If you want more, come to your right toes as you sink low. Drive your back heel down, keep the legs straight. Right knee stays bent. Reverse your warrior, lift your right arm, maybe take a bind of your choice. Side angle heel can drop right onto the inside of the right thigh, left arm reaches. Lean it back a little bit more. Take your left hand around the back, bind. We're gonna be practicing getting a little deeper into our frog, balancing frog, and some other bound variations. All right, left knee bends, Skandasana to the back of your mat. Now, if you feel really good about your Skandasana, we're gonna take a bind, left arm around the shin, right arm around the back. And if this is too early for you to try that bind, then just don't do it and stay low in your Skandasana. For 3, 2, if you have a bind, go ahead and release it. Low lunge to the front of your mat, right knee bends. Hands plant, 3-legged dog, right leg high. Bend your knee, stack your hip. Come into wild thing again. Lift your hips. Listen, side plank, right knee comes in. Now, as slow and controlled as you can, we're gonna come into half pigeon. And if you're like really unsure about how to get there, just follow me. 3-legged dog. Pull your right shin to the front of the mat, drop it behind your palms. If this is too much, just skip this part or come to your back or stay in 3-legged dog. Lift your chest, fingertips plant, lift your palms off the mat. And then we're gonna take a little bit wider of a stance with the fingertips. Lower, and then lift back up. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift it up, drop your right hip, slide your left leg forward, right hand behind you, stargazer, lift. For 3, open up your hips. 2, on 1, drop your butt down, slide your left leg back where it came from, 3-legged dog, right leg high. Pull forward, 1-legged plank, right knee, right tricep, over to your left tricep. Right tricep, left tricep. Keep that going. Belly down, core for 8, 7, 6, 5, getting stronger. 4, 3, 2, 1, right leg high. Come through your chaturanga. And down dog. Full inhale, full exhale. Inhale your left leg high, bend your knees, stack your hip. 3 hip circles in each direction. Open up your hip. Bring yourself into wild thing, slow and controlled. Drop your hips. Get yourself set and then lift your hips. Open up through the front line of the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg high. We're going to come into bridge lift. Left leg crosses in front of right. Pivot onto your heels. Drop the butt. Widen your feet and then lift your hips. For 4, 3, 2, 3-legged dog. Left leg comes high. Inhale. Exhale the outside of your left tricep. Outside of it. Pull it in a little closer. Engage your core. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg high. Over to your right tricep, spin to the inside of your right foot, connect elbow to knee, hold, pull it in closer. Again, core work right here. 4, 3, 2, extend your left foot, lift your right arm. Drop the left foot, bend your left knee, straighten your right leg, lasso your right arm up. 3, 2, straighten your left leg, bend your right knee, lift the left leg. 3-legged dog. Step to the outside of your left hand, low dragon lunge, lift your chest. Okay, your favorite part. Sit a little bit lower with your right hip, lift your chest. Full breath in. On your exhale, let's take Skandasana over to your right. So we're gonna come from the Skandasana back into the dragon lunge and add our dragon kicks, okay? All right, bend your left knee, right hand plants, dragon kick. We got 5 of them. 5, This is so good for the core, so good for the lower abs and the hips. 3. Again, if this is not working for you, just go a little slower. 2. The last one, the leg slides forward into dragon kick. Hold it right here, lift it toward your hand. 4, 3, 2, send it back behind you, back into your dragon lunge. Skandasana over to your right. We're gonna get into a bind here. If it feels okay, take your right arm around the shin, left arm around the back. Again, adjust if it feels okay. Now release that if you have it. Left knee bends, skater or lateral lunge. All 10 toes face the long edge of your mat, arms extend. 4, 3, yeah, Tennille, nice Robin. 2, into our wide frog, heels and toes out, hands to the inner thighs, lift onto your toes. Push your arms to the inside of the thighs and push your knees out and back. Heels down, rise to start, inhale. Left knee bends, warrior 2. If you want a little bit more spice, come to your left toes, extend your arms, shoulders down the back, bend more through your left knee. For 4, 3, 2, reverse your warrior, take a half bind, lift, lengthen. On your exhale, side angle pose with a bind if it feels okay. If your heel's lifted, drop it back down, lift your chest. So good, here for 3, 2, Skandasana to your right. Take your bind, right arm on the shin, left arm on the back, or you can skip. Deep breaths. So good. 3, 2, left knee bends, low lunge, hands surround your left foot. Left leg high, inhale. Wild thing on your exhale, bring it all the way around. Inhale your left leg high into your side plank. Hold. Stay here. 3, 2, and 1. Left leg high. Bring yourself forward into half pigeon, left shin forward. Right leg back. All right, prop your chest up. If you need to, you can slide a block on your hip. We're just not here for very long, okay? Tent your fingertips like you would for a wide cobra. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, lower. So your arms are a little wider. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Oh my God, this feels so magical. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift it up, drop to your left hip, slide your right leg forward, stargaze your left hand behind you, hips lift, right arm reaches up. Bring yourself back to your butt, hands plant, right leg slides behind you, 3-legged dog, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, hold, core work, right to left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg high, inhale. Flow, chaturanga. All the way back. Full breath in, full breath out. Bend your knees, hop to frog. Sit your chest up tall. Right hand behind you, bridge lift. Come back in through frog, left hand behind you, bridge lift. Back around into frog, left hand plants, left foot steps back, dragon lunge, right arm reaches up. Skandasana to your left. Nice. Dragon lunge to dragon kick. Frog squat. Full breath in. Right hand plants, dragon lunge, right foot steps back, left arm lifts. Skandasana to your right. Left knee bends, dragon lunge to dragon kick 1 time. Step into frog. Sit your chest up tall. Now come up to that wide squat. Come to your toes. Get yourself lower. Now from here, rise to stand. And then come back into your wide chair. Come back up, inhale. Back down on your exhale. Back up on your inhale. Back down on your exhale. Drop your heels down, wide-legged fold. Turn the toes to face in. Inhale, halfway lift. Sit back in a frog on your exhale. All right, well, this time I want you to lift your hips to halfway. Take your left arm underneath your left hip, right arm around the back. If that is not possible for you, just stay in this kind of like half bent, wide-legged frog. And then if you can, maybe you walk your right foot in and you come to, or you're standing balance into birds of paradise. If not, that's okay. If you want to go down that rabbit hole with me, rock your right foot to the center, pull your left knee in and stand it up. You might not even get all the way up, and that's all right. Just come to where you can. Maybe the leg doesn't fully straighten, maybe it does. If you're all the way up, go and drop yourself back down. Let's sit low into frog spot, reset. Yeah, quads are probably burning at this point. Nice. So butt comes to that halfway spot. Core engage, right arm around underneath your right thigh, and then around your back, left arm around the back. Left foot steps to the center of your mat. Right foot comes towards the center, and then you're gonna start to stand up. Pull your right thigh to the outer part of your right side body. And then as you stand up a little taller, maybe extend through the front leg. 3, maybe you don't. 2, and 1, let's drop it back down. Reset into frog, lift your chest, hands to the mat, flying frog, or you can take crow, whatever feels good to you. Hop it back, chaturanga. So good. Full breath in, full breath out. And preparing to move, right leg high, bend your knees, stack your hip. Wild thing. Oh, good. Right leg high bridge, right foot crosses in front of left. Lift your hips. Right leg high, inhale. Right tricep, exhale. Inhale, right leg high. Left tricep extend to the inside of your foot, connect elbow to knee. Extend the leg, lift your arm. Drop the foot, bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. Straighten your right leg, bend your left knee, three-legged dog. Step to the outside of your right hand, low dragon lunge, right arm lifts. Skandasana to your left. Back to dragon lunge. 5 kicks. Left leg forward, 5, or however many you can get. 4. So good for the core, so good for the hips. 2. 1, extend it forward. And then step it all the way back to dragon lunge again. Left knee bends, Skandasana. Right knee bends, lateral lunge. Wide frog, heels and toes out. Sit low, come to your toes. Heels down, rise to star, inhale. Right knee bends, warrior 2, exhale. Reverse your warrior half bind. Exhale, side angle with a bind. Sit it low, a little bit lower. So good, Skandasana to your left. Here we go. Listen, if you haven't tried the bind yet, we're gonna try it now. Left arm around the shin, right arm around the back. All right, if you were practicing on Monday and you wanna try balancing frog from here, feel free, otherwise you stay in the bind. If you're practicing balancing frog, you're gonna have to work your right foot in, put most of the weight on your left foot as you slide your right foot in. It's really hard. So if you're already struggling, it's because it's challenging, okay? All of the weight's gonna be on your right foot. You're gonna start to stand yourself up. This is super advanced, so if it doesn't feel good, maybe you release the bind and you just come up. Yeah, so good. Stand it up, and then maybe fold it down to that halfway spot. For 4, 3, yeah, you guys got it, 2. Come back down. You can release the bind if you want as you slide your right leg back to Skandasana. So no casualties there. We're good. Good job. Now from here, low lunge, right knee bends, hands surround your foot. 3-legged dog. Wild thing. Lower the hips, lift the hips. Together, right leg comes into side plank. Side plank comes into 3-legged dog. Right shin forward, come into pigeon. Fingertips tent wide, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. 2 more, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. 1 more, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Lift up, drop to your right hip, slide your left leg forward, right hand behind you, bridge, or into stargazer. Come back down with your butt, slide your left leg back, 3-legged dog, right leg high. Chaturanga, let's flow. Full breath in, full breath out. Whew. Inhale your left leg high. Bend your knee, stack your hip. Come into wild thing. Lift your hips. Left leg high, bridge. Left foot crosses in front of right. Lift your hips. Left leg high. Exhale, left tricep. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, right tricep. Spin to the inside of your right foot. Connect. Extend your left leg. Lift your right arm. Drop the left foot. Bend your left leg. Straighten your right leg. Re-straighten your left leg. Bend your right knee. Connect elbow to knee. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Step to the outside of your left hand. Low dragon lunge. Lift your chest. Skandasana to the right. Take a bind if it's there. Nice. Left knee bends. Dragon lunge to dragon kick 5 times. 5. This is where the sweat happens. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send it back to dragon lunge. Skandasana, right knee bends again. Find your bind. Good. Left knee bends, lateral lunge, all 10 toes face the long edge of your mat. Wide frog, sit low. Yes, come to your toes. Rise all the way up to star. Left knee bends, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, half bind. Exhale, side angle pose. Reach. Take half or full bind, or maybe you're going for birds of paradise. For 3, 2, 1. Release that back into Skandasana. Okay. Here's where it gets a little crazy. Remember, if it didn't work on the other side, doesn't mean you can't try it on this side. We're going to come into balancing frog. Right arm around the right shin. You're going to have to work most of your weight into your right foot, you guys, as you slide your left leg in. So it just takes lots of control to get there. Maybe you release the bind. As you bring yourself up, left foot's going to ground, right heel comes in. Scoop, just like when we were doing those hip cars earlier, same thing. And then bring the right leg to the outside of the body as you fold down to that halfway spot. Pointer flex the toe. Be intentional. 4. Gonna set it back down in 3, 2. Set the right foot back down on 1. Bind or no bind, slide your left leg forward into Skandasana. It's not easy. So I'm over here struggling too, you guys. Release the bind. Left knee bends, low lunge. Left leg high. Wild thing. 3. Left leg lifts into your side plank. Can't talk. That was so hard. 3-legged dog into your half pigeon. Fingertips wide. Lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Pause. Drop your left hip. Slide your right leg forward. Stargaze your left hand behind you. Hips lift. Hips drop, right leg back behind you. 3-legged dog, left leg high, inhale. Exhale, left tricep, pause, core work, right to left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3-legged dog. Whoa, chaturanga. All the way back. Full inhale. Full exhale. All right, bend your knees, hop to frog. So we're gonna get back into that birds of paradise from frog. We're gonna then try balancing frog as well, okay? So lift your hips to that halfway spot. Slide your left arm underneath your left thigh, right arm around the back. So really pull the leg to the outside of the body and then walk your right foot to the center of the mat. Come to your left toes. Pull your left leg into the outside of the body as you start to stand up. That pulling action is going to keep your leg tight, so it's not going to throw you off balance. The tighter you are in toward the center, the more balanced you'll be. Maybe extend the left leg. Flex the left quad. 4, 3, 2. Very slowly. Bring it back down. Come into frog, gracefully landing. Beautiful job. Now come again, butt halfway back. Right arm around the right thigh, left arm around the back. Now work your left foot to the center. It is super important, you guys, to pull the leg to the outside of the body using your arms and your inner thigh strength. Right foot comes up, just under the toes, and pull, pull, pull in, pull in, pull in as you stand up. Yes. Right leg can extend, use the quad. Use the strength of your hips and your arm to pull the leg in. When you're ready to lower back down, go ahead. Gracefully landing back down. Amazing job. All right, balancing frog from frog. So it's a little bit like when you stand up for birds of paradise. So right hand or left arm around left shin, right arm around the back, just like when we were doing down skandasana. If that's not happening for you, grab for behind your bra strap, or you can grab your pant waistband. So right foot's gonna come in. Maybe this is where you break your bind already. Come to your left toes, start to stand up. You can readjust your bind when you get up. So stand up tall, and then start to fold your body down to that halfway spot, either flex or point the toes. Engage your core, you've got this. If you are more advanced, take this into birds of paradise. So relax that bind, take it around the thigh, and then stand up. Just a fun way to transition. If you decided to come into birds of paradise, meet us back in bound frog. And then all together, very slowly, come back down into frog, gracefully land. Woo! I am dripping with sweat today, you guys. Hips, man, they're tight. All right, right arm around right shin, left arm around the back. Now work your left foot to the center of your mat. Come to your right toes. Pull your right leg into the body. Pull it. And then stand up. Stand with chest lifted. And then you can fold. If you're more advanced, you're gonna come from bound frog into your birds of paradise. So you're just wrapping underneath the thigh and then standing up. Yep. And then lift the leg, flex the quad, just like you were doing before. If you're in birds of paradise, come back into bound frog, meet us all there. As slowly and gracefully as you can, drop back down into frog. Oh, sit up tall, full breath in. Together, lower down to your butts, pull your knees in, boat pose. Peace fingers to your big toes. Legs extend out to the side, shoulders down the back. Now, can you keep your legs here with lifting your arms above your head? Yes, here for 5, 4, 3, 2, knees together, low boat pose. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come in, inhale. Extend on your exhale. Knees come back in. Legs come forward. Back in. Can you keep your low back down, you guys? Don't lift it up. Maybe you need to go even slower. Working those lower abs for 4, 3, 2, on 1. Hold the legs forward, open wide, and then cross. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay long. Keep your low back down. 3, 2, 1. Knees come in. Woo! Feet come wide. Let's lift up for bridge. Release the hands with low back, traditional bridge. And if you want to go a little bit further, come into a wheel or anything else that feels like it's calling your name at this point. Hips high. Notice how much more open you are than normal. Legs do a lot of the work for this, by the way. Lower all the way down. So good. Pull your knees in to the chest. Lift the legs above your head. Take your hands underneath your butt. All right, from here, let your legs drop 45 degrees down. 45 more degrees. 45 more degrees until your feet are almost touching the ground, but your hips are not lifted, or your low back is not lifted. If your low back lifts, bring the legs up just a little bit more and drive your belly to your spine. 3, 2, 1. Knees come in. Drop the feet down. Set up for round 2, bridge, or go full wheel. So we're doing core kind of in between that, if you haven't picked up on it. Back bend for 4. Lift your hips a little higher. 3, 2, very slowly, lower it back down. Whew. Legs come all the way up. Legs are gonna go wide apart and then all the way forward and then back up and around. So you're making a big circle up to the sky and then down toward the mat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, if you need to bend your knees, feel free. 3, 2, it is crunchy in there. And 1, pull the knees in, drop the feet down. Last back bend of your choice. You can take bridge or you can take full wheel again. Totally up to you on what feels right. Listen to your body. Notice the cues. Core is strong. Hips are really mobile and open at this point. Drive, drive, drive your head and chest through your arms. 4, slippery. 3, 2, and lower it back down. Just take a moment. Put your right leg over your left, figure 4, and then loop your arms either around the shin, or you can take it behind the thigh, or you can come into half pigeon from here. Same, just on your belly instead. Last 3, 2, release and switch. Oh my God, today got me. I don't know about you guys, but when the hips are tight, the body starts to get a little cranky sometimes. It starts to sweat. And you feel better later, right? Let's take happy baby. Grab the outside or inside of your feet. Kind of rock yourself from side to side, noticing a little low back massage. And then roll to your side. Eventually come up to a seat. Any easy seat is fine. Inhale, lift your arms above your head. Bring your hands to heart. Roll your shoulders down the back. And together we're going to take about 3 rounds of breath, just to kind of even out the body and mind and the spirit. Inhale. Hold. And exhale, relax. Inhale. Exhale, relax. 1 more inhale. Exhale, relax. Inhale, lift your arms above your head again. Get hands to heart. Hands at third eye center for the strength and power that we share about forward sealing our practice. Thank you. Thanks, friends. Awesome job.